Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Z. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you guys. So on today's video, I'll be talking about 10 things that I love about living in China and just about China as a country. So if you are interested to learn 10 things that I love about living in China, make sure to stay watching. So the first thing would be technology. The level of innovation here is just amazing. It's on another level. I have never seen some of the things that I have seen here in China. I have never seen them back in South Africa. I've never seen them in my life before. So things like the face recognition function, I'm not sure if that is what it's called, but this one time I went to a supermarket and this lady in front of me on the queue to paying for our goods just went in there and stood in front of this device, and it basically took a picture and her goods were paid for. Like how? Like how do you link somebody's picture to their whole bank account and pay for goods at that moment, like instantly? Like it just doesn't make sense, but I love it. It's amazing. I love it. Also, I think only Chinese people can do that, because this one time I just went and stood there, tried to pay for my goods with face recognition, and it didn't recognize me. It was just like doo-doo. And the guy was like, no, what's your number? And I was like, oh, okay. Most probably it's just for Chinese people. Another thing would be functions on WeChat. You can do almost anything and everything on WeChat. For reference, WeChat is like a WhatsApp, but a very advanced WhatsApp. So basically you can pay for everything from buying things on WeChat with shops, actual shops, not just buying from a friend or like an online boutique or whatever. From the actual shops you can buy on WeChat. You can send parcels from your house to a friend's house. You can even ask the courier company to charge the friend, like send something from my house to a friend's house, and only a friend will make the payment. You can do that. You can order food, like takeaways. You can order food on WeChat, book a hotel on WeChat. You can even book a flight ticket, a bus ticket, like any form of transport you can book a ticket for. Which leads us to the next point, which is transport system, which is the second point. Transport system here is so efficient. Basically everything flows here. Like I can't even put it into words. Most people here use bikes and e-bikes to travel like short distances, to work, to a supermarket, to a friend's house, whatever. They use bikes and e-bikes, and it's just a thing here. Like if you don't have an e-bike, you are, you know. So also a taxi, you have taxis here. They don't have like the 15-seater taxi. They only have e-cab, e-taxi, e-cab, e-taxi. They have that. Also the buses are so efficient. Basically you go to the bus stop and there's like a board that tells you that bus number this is 2 stops away, these meters away, like it's 500 meters away. It was going to be here at this time, which is always the case. Like you can check on your phone, like you can check for, I'm going to this place, so which transport system is available for me to take, and this will tell you that take bus number this and jump off at this bus stop, and then from that bus stop walk this much time, these much meters, and take another bus number this. It will drop you at this place. And all of these places, like where you're taking a bus and walking, it has time intervals. So basically, have you ever seen that in South Africa? Have you? Because I haven't. I don't know, maybe I'm from the ghetto. I've never seen that in South Africa. Like I haven't. Also, if you check for like transport, if you go into a place and you check what transport can I take, it gives you a lot of options. It even gives you options for a train, like to take the subway to that place, and it will tell you all the details you need to know basically. If that's not efficient for you, then I don't know what is. Another thing I love about China is the convenience that it comes with. I do a whole lot of things online as compared to back in South Africa. I used to do like a few things online, like I would buy on Superbalist, I would buy on Bido Buy, but I never used to do a whole lot of things online. Now I do almost everything online. I buy groceries online. I'm not talking about buying things on Taobao. Like you can buy groceries on Taobao and it can take about 3 days to arrive. But right now I'm talking about buying groceries from an actual grocery shop and have it delivered to you in less than 30 minutes. Like the last time I did the online purchase for groceries to be delivered in my house, I paid 5 kwai for it to be delivered. Like the delivery fee was 5 kwai. So That's convenience. Another thing I love about being in China is that it's easy to travel. I haven't traveled. The only place I went to was Suzhou, and that was just for a day. So after the pandemic hit, our school actually ordered us not to leave the city. I was not allowed to go anywhere outside of Wuxi, and that's partly why I couldn't go traveling anywhere, basically. Actually excited to start doing things, going places and seeing places, you know. So being in China actually gives you that option to travel. I know a lot of people who are actually traveling, who use their time off to travel. I've seen their social media, they have traveled, they are traveling, they go to places. So basically traveling in China is not as expensive as it is if you're in South Africa. Looking at the price point, it's also not as expensive as it would be if you were in South Africa to travel. Even if you're in South Africa traveling to a different province, it would be more expensive than if you're in China traveling. I do not know how. I don't know how to explain that, but traveling here is a bit easy and a bit more cheaper. Another thing I like about living in China is, okay, this is gonna sound bad. It favors, it's good for me, but it's not good for my people in South Africa. Okay, the exchange rate. The exchange rate favors me. It favors us in China. It favors us who are if you're sending money from China to South Africa, it favors you. So basically, I love that for me, but I don't really like it for other people who are in South Africa. It sounds a bit selfish, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if I work here and I send money back home, it doubles. And I love that. You know, it works for me, but it doesn't work for people in South Africa, obviously, which is bad. But yes, that's the thing. I like that about being here, being able to send yuans to South Africa because it doubles. People here, or we here, live on cash. We do not have any form of credit here. So everything that we buy is on cash. Everything that we get in any form is on cash. If you want to go anywhere and do anything, you have to budget for it. You have to use your own money for it. You cannot buy anything on credit, which is a good thing. You don't want to be accumulating debt while you're here. You're just trying to get money, make money, save money, send money home, and it doubles, you know. So basically what I'm trying to say is we live on cash. We are not buying anything on credit. We do not have any form of credit here. Our lives are cash funded, and I like that about China. I think maybe it's the same with other countries. I may not know, but I like that about China. I like it. Another thing I love about China is the prices of data and Wi-Fi. They are so cheap. Like, it doesn't even make sense because in South Africa we pay maybe triple what we're paying here. It's just ridiculous in South Africa. So in my previous apartment, I was not paying for my Wi-Fi. My landlord was paying for it. Okay, which is fine. So when I was moving here, I was thinking that I'll have to start paying for my Wi-Fi. And I asked my HR, who was helping me with the move and everything, how much it would be for me to get a Wi-Fi at home. And she was like, let me get back to you with that. And then I don't know who she called or how she found out, but she told me that, she firstly asked me which network I was using, and I told her. And then she came back to me to say that if it was a very fast speed, it would have been 50 kwai a month. 50 kwai is like 120-ish rands. And if it was like a normal speed, which I do not even know what is a normal speed, like I don't know what speed was my Wi-Fi back at home. I don't know what's my Wi-Fi now, so whatever. If it was like a normal speed, it would have been 30 kwai, which is about 70 rands, 80 rands a month, unlimited. So I love that. Yeah, I love it. I don't know what number I'm on, but another point will be crime and violence. So basically, I have never felt violated. I have never felt threatened. I have never felt like my life was in any form of danger at any point here. I used to walk at night, like with my previous job, I would finish work at 8:30 p.m. So I'll walk back home. I used to walk at night. Sometimes I'll go past the mall and go back home maybe at 10 p.m. And never once have I ever felt like my life was in danger. I also asked a friend, like if you haven't seen my previous video, the vlog where I was moving here, that friend who was there, Crystal, I asked her if she has ever had any break-in at her house or any form of people coming in and stealing. And she was like, why would people do that? She was like, no, she has never seen that. It has never happened. I asked her about crimes in terms of people being shot or whatever. And she was like, no, why would people shoot each other? And I was like, yeah, when? So there's no crime. I'm sure like in crowded places you have to be careful because people will try and pickpocket you and whatever, but like there is no form of extreme violence like with people. Okay, let's get that straight. But I'm talking about just people. I'm not talking about other things, just people, if you know what I'm talking about. Getting a job here in China is so easy. I'm talking about natives. I'm talking about if you're from South Africa, you're from Canada, you're from Australia, you're from the UK, you're from the USA, you're from, I can't remember the other countries, but yeah, if you're a native speaker, getting a job is just easy, especially if you're here already. You know, like with the virus, other people are stuck abroad, some are here and whatever. I'm just talking about people who are here already. Getting a job is so easy. Hey, it's so easy. I remember all the times back in South Africa when I used to apply for jobs and I would not get any response or I would get a regret letter. I have wasted my time. Like I was in South Africa unemployed for a year, 8 months. So every day I remember and I'm like, I have wasted my time. Getting a job here in China is so easy. Just make sure that you have the correct papers. We're talking about legal stuff here. I'm not even going to mention things that are not legal. I don't know about them. No. And the last point will be, people here are so friendly. If you're a foreigner here and you meet a local and you need help, they are most likely going to help you, even though like there are those people who are either scared of foreigners or they think, I don't know what people think about foreigners. I don't know why they would like move away from you or run away from you or sit far away from you, but whatever that reason is, it's a very few of them who does that, and the rest are just friendly and helpful towards you. And also you can just get to play the foreigner card and be like, I don't understand. Like the other time, not even to say the other time, I think a day ago on Friday, today is Sunday, on Friday my electricity went off. I needed to buy electricity. I didn't know that it was going to go off. Obviously I didn't know it was going to go off, so my electricity went off. I came back from work and there was no lights, and I was like, what am I gonna do now, because I don't know how to do it online. And I was like, I'm not going to be calling my my landlord at this time. It was around about 10 p.m. because I went somewhere before coming home after work. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Then I phoned my colleague, okay, and I was like, hey, because he stays in the same community. And I was like, hey, my electricity is off, how do I recharge it? And he was like, it's quite complicated. You need somebody who understands Chinese to actually help you on your phone and buy it, or you can just talk to your landlord and get her to buy it for you, and you can send her the money. And I was like, but it's so late, I don't want to do that. There's like a barbecue restaurant downstairs. I went there and I spoke to this lady there. She speaks a little bit of English. So I went to this lady and I was like, hi, I need help. I brought my card, my electricity card, so that I can be able to show her while I'm explaining to make it easier for her to understand. So I was like, hi, this is my card, and she didn't understand. Then I took my phone and then I typed in, my power has just gone off, I need to buy electricity, I don't know where to buy it, I don't understand Chinese, because you have to throw in that line somewhere, I do not understand Chinese, I can't read Chinese. And then she was like, oh, don't worry. We went outside and she tried to explain something which I didn't understand, and then she said, she took her phone and then she started typing that, go to your electricity box. Like we have electricity box outside, like outside the actual door, like on the passage, everyone's electricity box is there. Go to your electricity box in the electricity box room and insert your card. It will activate the electricity backup. Like there's a backup that you can use if you're out of electricity. And then I don't know how that works, but basically I went back to the electricity room, inserted my card, and the lights were back on. The following day I took my phone and typed, I don't know, I can't remember the name, but I knew where I needed to go because Casey had told me where I needed to go. So I typed it and I followed the route there. It was about 9 minutes away, and I paid for my electricity the next morning. Which means that just use your foreigner's card. Just tell them that, I can't speak Chinese, I don't understand, I don't know how to do it, please help me. And they'll be happy to help. I know there are some people who are not like that. I know there are people who do not want to help. There are people who have this thing against foreigners, but it's not everyone. I promise you, everyone, I have also met people like that, and I was like, you know, but it's not everyone who meets that will be like that. Most people will be very helpful and be very friendly towards you. So these are, I don't even know if it's 10, but anyways, these are 10 things that I like about China as a country and living in China. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below and tell me what you think. I know I made a lot of reference about South Africa, but it's not like I'm comparing the two countries in terms of South Africa is a bad country, China is a good country. No, I'm comparing South Africa and China because that is where I have lived before. That's my reference point. I do not know any other life except the life in South Africa and the life here in China. So I'm not comparing it in terms of, I'm not being mean. I'm not even saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying that, oh, I like this about China. There are a whole lot of things I don't like about China. Just putting it out there. There are a whole lot of things I don't like about China. But that does not necessarily mean I don't like living here, and it doesn't take away from the things that I love about China. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to give me your best things about China. If you're living here in China and you have your own things that you love about China, make sure to leave them down below. Tell me what you like about China, what you're enjoying about China. If you are in South Africa, also leave me a comment down below. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.